Taurus, it's giving luxury, baby. It's giving audacity. It's giving fucking balance, finally. Your ruling planet Venus starts off just for a few hours, starts off in Libra, where she rules. She's home. And then that same day, she goes into Scorpio. And then she goes into Sagittarius. So there's like things are on the up and up, things are on the move. I just feel like things are getting so much better, so much lighter, so much sweeter. Um, and the big thing that I'm getting is to like adorn yourself, darling. Don't you remember who you are? Yo, 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 what's up, Taurus? It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2024. This is your sister sign. So, I don't know why people say sister signs are referring to the axis. I feel like sisters share parents, and your ruling planet is Venus, and so is Libra. So that's your sister sign. I don't know. People are weird. Um, but she's home in the sign of I balance, in the sign of relationships, in the sign of the other. You know, there's an eclipse that's happening there. I would definitely suggest that you go watch the Libra season astrology video that has all the important astrological transit dates, so you can be put on game. But I'll do it for you anyway since you're watching. On September 22nd, Venus leaves Libra and goes into Scorpio. And then on October 17th, she leaves Scorpio and goes into Sagittarius. So this whole season, you're transiting and exploring. I balance, I desire, I understand. And it may be beneficial for you to go watch the Libra reading. Actually, there just may be some little tidbits, little nuggets for you there. But Taurus, I feel like there's just something about finally settling into your body, finally getting to experience balance. Some of you may be still scrambling for balance, but there is just something about this like adoration for yourself. Like I feel like dress the part. If you don't feel it, fuck it. Wear the outfit anyway. Zhuzh it the fuck up in Libra season. That's the big thing. Let yourself zhuzh it up. Wear the outfits, wear the accessories, break out the jewelry. Like it's just time to remember you're the fucking empress, babe. Like, remember? You know, you were going through it for a little bit there, but you are the Empress. Nice. And we got the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck already. So there's something about um taking care of your self-worth. Oh, okay, here we go. Taurus rules the throat. Making sure you clear out your throat chakra, making sure that you say what you need to say. Some of y'all got shit that you need to say with your chest. The Queen of Pentacles is like, what are you doing to better yourself? What's going on with self-soothing? What's going on with your day-to-day self-care habits? Exercise, your hygiene, your aesthetic. Like it's time to it, uh, uh, it's time to step it back up. And Libra season energy is going to help you do that. So I'm here for it. I'm going to go ahead and create a safe space so we can clear out that funky ass energy. Welcoming in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2024, baby. Hydrate, light it if you need it. I actually do need, so sorry if this makes weird mic noises. But yeah, it's time to determine what is a balanced life. What does that look like for you? And what do you need to do on a daily basis to acquire said balance? Balance for me is not the same as balance for you. But okay, some of you are in a relationship now or getting at a new phase in your relationship. And it's just like what's balanced for you is not balanced for me, is not balanced for us. But let's determine our individual concept of balance and what the balance of we can be, what it looks like. First card out is the Seven of Wands. And I do feel like there's something about you've maintained higher ground now. Like you are on higher ground. You are on like there's stability that's coming back into your life. I feel like you have a firm footing in your life, a firm footing over your spirit. I feel like there is a change in regards to how you connect to your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. But Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the first thing to be clarified on the Selenite throne for Libra season 2024 is your relationship to your defenses. Your defenses that are up or not up enough or are too high up. Like there's something like what's going on with your internal security system. I feel like there's something about standing up for yourself, using that throat for more than just sexual. Anyway, using your words, using your voice, standing up for yourself, standing up for what's right, standing up and defending and or protecting other people. I feel like the changes that you've made could receive some opposition. So there could be something about like somebody may have some shit to say because they're not in a position to take advantage of you anymore, or they're not used to you speaking up, not used to you standing up for yourself. And this change of gumption, this change, you're an earth sign and your ruling planet is now in a fast moving air sign, in a cardinal air sign. And so there is this like your thoughts are moving faster, your words are coming out clearer. I feel like there's something about almost, I just want to say like word vomit, like you finally being able to express yourself in a way that you haven't been able to in a while. And you just may be coming off defensive, or there may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements in your life that is quite defensive. And you just got to figure out, are we fighting against each other or are we against the problem? How can we join together so that we can address this stuff versus clashing or being combative with each other? I do feel like there are people who are gonna, Queen of Swords reversed. There's still plenty of stuff to say. And I feel like you're like finding your voice again. There could be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that is not themselves, or is being sharp or harsh or mean, or there's a struggle to transmute that pain that you feel into power, or the pain into prose. There could be some like weird stuff on social media or weird stuff online. You could be like finding yourself defending against somebody, defending yourself or standing up for yourself in regards to like some shit that's online in some sort of way. This could be in a Zoom call, in a Zoom meeting. This could be Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. Just don't fall into petty bullshit fights. It's a mismanagement of your energy, and it's not a good look. It's just like beneath you. Who cares if they're, if this person is like talking shit? Who cares? Are they paying your bills? Are they happy in their lives? Obviously not. So don't exert a bunch of energy in trying to, okay, some of you are dealing with a copycat or somebody that's copying you. Gas them up. They'll never be you. So why freak out? Why extend all this energy? Why like let all this bitterness inside of you build up, because somebody wants to be like you? Like this all comes back to a self-worth thing. 2 queens out also, and the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That's what we were just talking about, is like grounding, connecting yourself back to Mother Nature, getting yourself out of the house, getting yourself out in the world, exploring. This also could be like, for some of you, plant medicine would, I feel like, be beneficial. If that's not for you, so don't go overboard or don't like tempt yourself. um I feel like you may find yourself chasing after someone, or especially if they have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements, or if there's all this unspoken, like unfinished business. Be careful, like trying to get the last word in, or trying to like reopening doors that have already been closed. Like, don't put yourself in the position to play yourself. Some of you have two options. Those of you who are single, there could be, or whatever, y'all be wildin'. So some of you have like two people that you're trying to impress, or two people that you're trying to court, or two people that you're trying to date. And I just feel like the Queen of Swords, or there's someone that's very analytical and smart, and maybe a bit cerebral, someone it could be even a bit harsh or like dry humor. They may be a little sharp with their words. I just feel like you may find yourself interested in this person because of like the verbal volleyball and like going back and forth, but I just don't feel like that person is as in it as you are. Or you may find yourself very much so clashing with that person. And then there's someone that I feel like is consistent and stable and nurturing. And why aren't you drawn to that energy? Evaluate that. Final two cards, final two messages, please, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for Libra season 2024. The Page of Cups reversed. Final card, final message. And the Nine of Cups the Nine of Cups upright. It fell out with the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is going to be on the bottom of the deck, but originally the Queen of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. That's three queens. I feel like you are very hungry for feminine energy. It's interesting because you are a feminine sign, and this is like your brother sign. Like, Libra, I feel like Libra is Venus as a boy. And so go listen to that Bjork song. That may bring you some pleasure. I feel like there's just something here where it just feels like there's immaturity in regards to love, in regards to offers, in regards to relationships. There could be lots of like push, pull, stop, go. Some of you are looking for an apology that you are not going to receive. So it's really important to work on giving yourself closure that you need. Some of you were in the talking phases of something, and then it stops. And it's stopping because you're being pushed towards focusing on being self-made, focusing on closing out the cycle of the last 9-10 months, maybe even the last 9-10 years. There's something about putting this old emotional and spiritual cycle behind you, getting to this place of accomplishment, really figuring out what it is you need to focus on. Some of you are being called to focus on someone with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements. I feel like it's the fire sign, but the fire sign is very much so focused on their own thing, focused on their own work, focused on their own future. I feel like you are being called to do the same thing, which is why some of these love options aren't going as planned, or aren't as stable as you want them to be, or consistent. This is also saying you have a vision of your future of your own that you need to be focusing on. There could be just something about nose to the grindstone. I feel like with like you have things that you need to accomplish. You have stuff that is worth defending and protecting. You have work and ideas that are worth defending and protecting and bringing conform to that fantasy in some sort of way. But I feel like a lot of you are letting other people distract you. No major arcana, but 3 court cards. That's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. That's a lot of like, you're focused on other people, or focused on impressing other people, or other people want your attention, other people in your orbit that could be possibly distracting you. But I feel like the closer, especially when Venus goes into Scorpio, but the closer we get to Scorpio season, I feel like you finally figure out what true progress is, what true happiness is, what you're really wishing for, and how to align your actions with your ambitions, how to make sure that your actions match your ambitions. And it feels like there's just stuff like that's shifting in the day-to-day life, and you really needing to focus on being conservative, being pragmatic, tapping into the resources that are available to you, reconfiguring your self-care, self-love, self-worth sectors in areas of life. I feel like a lot of your answers that you're looking for are out in nature, are out in the world. Sorry, baby, you got to get out of the house. You know, it's starting to cool down, so you can't use that as an excuse anymore. But there is just something here about the company that you're keeping. I feel like that's a big thing. Some of you need to diversify the company that you're keeping. Some of you are so hungry for connection that you keep drawing yourself or aligning yourself with like the wrong kind of people or the wrong kind of partner. I feel like there's something about figuring out, for those of you who are single, there's something about going back to the drawing board around what it is you value in partnership, like what kind of partner you want to have, the qualities that you want, and making sure that you're not being superficial and just going for the hottest person, or going for the person that like turns you on the most. There's got to be more depth there. There's got to be more substance there. So I feel like there's something about taking more time and getting to know who you are and how you want to show up in a relationship. Are you trying to be somebody's fuck friend? Are you trying to be somebody's boyfriend, girlfriend, partner? Are you trying to be somebody's husband, wife, or spouse? Like, what is it that you're looking for? Because you are the planet of attraction. And so when you get real clear on what it is that you want, that you're like, when you get clear on what it is you want, you are signaling out your blueprint to the divine, and Venus is going to attract to you those things that you keep focusing on. So I do feel like letting yourself focus on realigning your priorities, babe. And the priority around like what you want in a partnership. Okay, so for those of you who are in a relationship, I just feel like you may be going to too many other people, seeking out information, seeking out knowledge, seeking out counsel or advice. If your partner isn't opening up to you, if you don't feel like you can have constructive conversations with them, if things are feeling like, or they refuse to talk about it, or they refuse to get help, or they refuse to work with you, why are we in this relationship? Where did we learn to tolerate that? It's time to really get to the root of it. I don't give a fuck if you married. You gonna stay with somebody who refuses to like get help? You're gonna stay with somebody who just gonna continue to work against you? Please spare me. Anyway, whatever ethics that you have around staying in a toxic relationship, that shit needs to be evaluated. For those of you who are in like a healthy, happy relationship, I do feel like you still need to work on your friend group, on getting confident, and like, there is no healthy we without a healthy me. There is no healthy interdependence without healthy independence. And so there's something about, I feel like you guys are kind of distracting yourselves, running around looking for like people to connect with all the time, versus really addressing the wounding that's going on inside of you, allowing yourself to really recover from the uncomfortability that you've been experiencing lately. The last couple readings of y'all's was rough. That shit was rough for me, let alone I can't even imagine how hard it was for y'all to hear. But with okay, so let's zoom out a little bit. Some of you may be at odds with someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. And I feel like the fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, is very maybe defensive or protective about you, or defensive with you in some sort of way. The air sign could be like this antagonistic force in your life. So I just want you to be careful around just letting your mind be in a place of fog, like letting things just loom in the void, like sweeping things under the rug. No, you got to use your voice. You got to use your throat chakra, clear that shit out so that you can get back to you, and so that you can get more comfortable in your skin. I feel like a lot of you need to evaluate what you're putting in your body. You need to like, it's time to eat better quality food. It's time to leave processed foods alone. It's time to eat more live foods, more fruits, more vegetables, more higher quality meat. For those of you that consume meat, there's just something about investing in your body, needing to move around, needing to get an exercise routine, needing to, like, you are a sign of the body. And so it's time to like give your body the treatment that it needs, so that you can stop, I'm gonna call you out, being so thirsty for like connection with everybody else. Because the thing is that if you're not enjoying spending time with you, why should I? If you don't like your own company, why am I supposed to? Just for the sake of like keeping you from being lonely? No, the divine will isolate us as often as we need it so that we can really become the best versions of ourselves. And whenever we are in that place of isolation, if you don't take advantage of the time you have and do the work, then it's just like the same fucking hamster wheel and another go round. And with that Page of Cups reverse, I do feel like some of you are looking for connection, like looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for connection in all the wrong places, seeking out closure from people who are not going to give you that closure, seeking out apologies. Some of you may be doing a lot of like swiping, be doing a lot of online dating, or trying to find friends online, or trying to connect with people who um you're trying to connect with people, and God's like, yo, why can't you connect with yourself? Why can't you connect with me? Why isn't that enough? Like, what is it that you're running from, that that is keeping you keeping you attracted to the same lesson over and over? And the divine this season is going to show you the imbalance. It's going to show you the imbalance, so you let yourself connect with yourself, do the hard work, and really get yourself to this point in this place of like, fuck yeah, I did this. I did this shit myself. I'm self-made. I love being with myself. I love being in my skin. I love my body. I love the work that I do. I love where I'm going in my life. And whenever you get in that place, then you attract all these people that also are at that vibrational level, and there's peace and there's progress. But this feels conflictual to me. I just feel like the people in your life, or the people that you're trying to like draw into you, that ain't it in some sort of way. And I just feel like the divine in the sign and season of balance is going to show you where there's imbalances with certain certain friend groups or certain friends. um and it may be uncomfortable. I feel like there are some big uncomfortable truths coming out around like the company that you're keeping, or the kind of people that you want to surround yourself with. You just may find yourself doing a lot of like defending or severing ties, or um standing up for yourself. And I just feel like you wouldn't have to do that if the right people were in your life. And so making sure you're not holding on to like toxic connections and friends and or even family. But for those three queens to come out, I just feel like you are really being called to connect to your divine feminine energy, that receptive, creative, strong, fucking vicious side of yourself. That like viciously feminine, that vicious like protector. And I don't think that you need to express that viciousness to other people. That's not what I'm saying. But there's something about connecting to that very strong feminine side of yourself, regardless of your genitalia or gender identification. We all have masculine and feminine energy inside of us, and the goal is to merge them and generate unity. And so stop seeking unity outside of yourself. The unity that you are hungry for is between you and the God of your understanding. So connect more deeply with that, and things will go way more swimmingly. I feel like if there could be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, it's just immature. Maybe your children are being immature. Maybe your children are like pulling away from you or growing up or disconnecting in some sort of way. And I would say all you can do is continue to extend love. I wouldn't badger them. But there could just be something that you thought was going to be real, and then all of a sudden, something that you thought was like going to blossom, and then it doesn't. You know, the Page of Cups is the initial stages of a relationship or a new crush or a new boo, the initial stages of healing modalities or the initial stages of creativity. That's the thing. I feel like y'all are so focused on other people, but you've got all this art and creativity inside of you that is needing to be focused on. So put your focus there, please. Nose to the grindstone. Get to working on what you know the vision is. That look, and this keeps coming up for Libra season. Who is that version of you that's made it? What are they doing? Who are they hanging out with? What kind of friends do they have? What kind of work do they do? How do they feel when they're done with their work? You know, what's their work schedule like? It's time to start spending time visualizing what fucking winning is for you. Start there. Everything else will fall into place after that. I'm going to go clarify all these cards over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there, we're going to clarify all the cards. There's all kinds of astrological content. There's a tier for daily tarot readings. There's all kinds of fun stuff going over there with me and my ethical cult. Ha ha ha. So I hope to see you over there. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything. TikTok is at JustJEverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. Before I go, I do feel like there's something about some of you are so concerned about like a snake in the grass, or like so concerned about like the integrity of something or the integrity of the work that you're doing or how you're showing up for other people. And I just feel like, who cares about the snakes in the grass? Who cares about the bugs in your house? Like, you know, the proverbial bugs in your house. There's something about like focusing on you. Just try that first. It will make a huge difference in your life. I promise. The divine has a lot of gifts for you, and you will become self-made. You just got to reorient your values. You got this. I love you. Let's get into it. Of course. This fucking remote. Fine. 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 For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.